Hearts to Hearts is getting quite a bit of attention for their cover of G by Girls' Generation, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't super impressed with it. Obviously, everyone in the K-pop realm knows SNSD, unless you live under a literal rock. I don't think I can name a single girl group that hasn't covered either Into the New World or G. Covering those songs is basically a rite of passage for girl groups. One Into the New World performance I'll never forget is the collab stage with Twice, Red Velvet, G-Friend, and IOI. The day this came out was a great day to be a girl group stan, but I digress. It's pretty common knowledge that SNSD has had an undeniably huge impact on the K-pop industry, one that doesn't really need any further explanation. Having just debuted in February, Hearts to Hearts obviously has the bar set incredibly high for them being from SM, the company that not only gave us SNSD, but also Red Velvet and aespa. Not only are these groups incredibly talented, but they're some of the best in the industry. They've all made an impact on the industry and show no signs of stopping anytime soon. Now, if I'm being honest, I think Hearts to Hearts is doing a great job living up to the high expectations so far, especially with the G cover. Their synchronization in this cover is a little scary, if I'm being honest. Someone on X pointed out that they've never seen an SM group this synchronized, and honestly, I kind of agree. As long as I've been a K-pop stan, I genuinely don't recall seeing a cover be this in sync for G, let alone a cover by rookies. It hasn't even been 6 months, and I can just tell SM is definitely taking a slightly different approach with them compared to their other girl groups. The expressions, the exact level of energy, perfectly matched. Just look at the synchronization. Now, is synchronization expected in K-pop? Yes, absolutely, no question about it. But the reason this is so impressive to me is because, like that person said before, I haven't really seen an SM group be this in sync in a while. Now, the outfits matching exactly definitely helps, but even then, I feel like that would make mistakes more obvious in a weird way. Like, if someone were to mess up even slightly, there would be an immediate break in the perfect white and blue pattern. Either way, if you watch their dance practices to their own songs, they're just as in sync. Given the high energy and quickness of these choreographies, I still commend them for being able to be this in sync with 8 members. I definitely think SM needs to give them a mini album for their comeback. Given the route they took with Red Velvet and aespa, they'll either release a mini album next or have one more single before releasing a mini album. The Chase was definitely a good debut song, but I feel like it didn't showcase their talents to the fullest. Carmen seems to have more or less taken the more intense vocal parts of The Chase as well as in style, and there's nothing wrong with that. I would just love to see more of the other members' vocal talents. They do have a B-side called Butterflies, which I personally really enjoyed, and it just showed me that they're more talented than I think a lot of people realize. We already know the stage presence is there, which is obviously very necessary in K-pop. I definitely think they have so much more to give. They just haven't been given the chance yet. They have so much potential, and things can go really well for them depending on how SM plays their cards. I think they're always going to have a fan base simply by the way of the fact that they're an SM girl group. That doesn't mean that SM has to play it safe though. I would love to see them with a mini album or full album, obviously performing the title track, but also a B-side. It would be cool if the styles were a bit different too, to kind of let people see 2 sides of them at basically the same time. With their B-side Butterflies, it definitely showed a bit more of their vocal ability. It has that classic SM, slow R&B sound to it, which I personally really enjoy. It kind of reminds me a bit of Automatic by Red Velvet, which I love since that's one of my favorite Red Velvet songs, and arguably one of their best in general. I think with their current sound, Hearts to Hearts is definitely fitting that peaceful yet energetic vibe, and I think this could work really well for them in the long run. The concept feels very fresh for SM, and I think they're super aware of that. Hopefully they actually get a chance to showcase their talents more fully with their next comeback, whether that be a mini album, a full album, or another single. I feel like they're being compared a lot to every other group at their company, which is understandable to a degree, but I would love to see them be recognized for their talent, not what people think they're lacking. That's all I have to say though. If you made it this far, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.